Episode 59, this week, The Day of the Dove. This was not good. Not good at all. Made little sense. But they did it anyway. This is what people point to when they point to Season 3 not being good. They can bypass Spock's brain and head straight to this one if they want. It was not good. So the Enterprise gets to this planet where there was supposed to be a colony. Landing party gets there. There's no evidence that there was ever a colony. None. Plus there is no evidence of any destruction. They don't know what's happening. Where was the colony at? All of a sudden the Klingons appear in orbit. So the Enterprise tells Kirk, the Klingons are here, but their ship's been crippled. Kirk's like, it must have been the Klingons all along, but that didn't explain why the Klingon ship was crippled. Then the Klingons beam down a party. They take over on the Enterprise crew. And they're like, you crippled our ship. Kirk's like, no we didn't. You destroyed our colony, even though there's not one shred of evidence of anything ever being destroyed, nor an actual colony being on this planet. The Klingon said, well that makes no sense. Kirk said, well yeah, but you're a Klingon, so ha. They all beam aboard. Scotty holds the Klingons in stasis while the Enterprise crew rematerializes. Then he finishes being the Klingons aboard. Security takes the Klingons and they start bringing the survivors of the ship over. They get those Klingons into a cargo bay or something to hold them all in one place while they head to a starbase. But then strange things start happening. Kirk's like, it must be the Klingons, even though they're all in a room with nothing to do this. It must be the Klingons. So he goes down there. All the phasers turn into swords. Just magic. Magic. So they start sword fighting. Then the Klingons take over half the ship with swords and cross body blocks off of the walkways and engineering. Strange things keep happening. Mood swings start happening between members of the crew. They start insulting each other based on species, even Spock. This little ball of light that we've seen just parading around everywhere throughout the episode randomly, apparently is an evil alien that's doing this for reasons, because it's never explained. So Kirk's like, well if we're all good, this will go away. The Klingon commander, Kang, his wife gets kidnapped by Chekhov at one point. Because Chekhov was convinced they killed his brother Peter, even though he had no brother Peter. Apparently the alien put that thought in his head, we don't know. But he kidnaps her. Kirk kidnaps her back. They finally convince each other, let's think good thoughts and the evil alien will go away. And it worked, even though both sides hostile towards that alien as it's disappearing, which should have negated the good thoughts, but it did not. And that was the Day of the Dove. Horrible. Horrible episode. Some interesting notes. The Klingon commander Kang went on to appear in Star Trek Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Voyager as Kang. He was also in Star Trek VI The Undiscovered Country as Kang. So he reprised that very role in multiple projects down the line 20 years later. It was also the debut of Scotty's crew cut. He had the brushback hair in the previous episode, in a good episode, Spectre of the Gun, and then in this one, crew cut. And it was graying. Jet black last episode, this one definitely graying. That's pretty much a horrible episode, Day of the Dove.